What's up YouTube? Back again with another new video. So today we will be going over a variety of different graphic tees that released from various streetwear and fashion brands that were all deemed to be in bad taste and kind of ended up stirring controversy online. Now some of these you might be like, oh, those were jokes. But obviously a lot of people online didn't necessarily think so. Some of this stuff I think was just trying too hard to push the envelope and be like, look how shocking and edgy we are. And then others, I don't know, you guys tell me. But yeah, we will be going over quite a few tees. And at the end of this video, I would like you to comment whether you own any of these tees, whether you think the controversy was overblown, or, you know, just pretty much give me your overall opinion on the stuff I'm about to show you. But anyway, let's just get started. So, starting off with the first one, we have something from Wang, which, as you know, is Tyler, the Creator's brand. And we have the blackface hat as well as t-shirt. Now, this very specific design, as well as some others that will be included in this list from Tyler, caused a fuck ton of controversy. I remember when this shit came out, I remember it was Sid the Kid and Matt Martians. If you don't know who they are, maybe you remember them from like the older Odd Future days, as well as if you know the group The Internet. They were really mad. They were pissed at Tyler. And these are people who have worked with Tyler, were friends with Tyler, or probably still are friends with Tyler, maybe even after this. And they really expressed their opinion and their feel on Tyler releasing this. And you have to remember, this was back in, I think, 2013, if I remember correctly, when they were having this little Twitter war. And, you know, Tyler, I don't think he was still super shocking at the time anymore, but he wasn't, you know, like the flower boy Tyler that he is now. It was definitely like he was a pretty different person at the time. At least that's kind of what my argument would be. And Sid was mad because I think in the tweet it said something like all these white kids are gonna wear that hat, or like other kids in general, and are not really gonna know the historical context behind blackface. And I mean, there were a lot of valid arguments put up on Twitter, but as you can see here, these things did still release because I've seen people try to resell this stuff. Is it something I would wear? No. You won't catch me with that. Like, man, I just don't see how you could walk around wearing this without someone trying to say something negative to you. Like, I don't know. It's just too hard, like trying too hard to be edgy, like I said in the beginning of this video. I feel like this is something that went for the shock value. And I mean, think about it this way. Like in the story of Added On, like Pusha T's cover for that diss track, you saw Drake wearing something similar to this, and you saw the backlash he got. I guess Tyler could kind of get away with it because his brand image was never, you know, oh, I came from Degrassi, started rapping. You know, it kind of started off shock value, to be honest, with the Yonkers video, as well as a variety of other interesting videos if you go back and watch his early work. But yeah, overall, I'm not really feeling either of these items. But yeah, let's move on. And next, moving on, we got another Wang tee here, and this one is the Golf Pride Worldwide. And as you can see here, it's got like the rainbow cross with the circle. Now that logo is essentially parodying the White Pride Worldwide logo or insignia or whatever you want to call it, which obviously belongs to a white supremacist group. But as you can see right here, you have a picture of Tyler in the lookbook holding hands with another man, and it's pretty much just a parody of, you know, like the white power logo, essentially. But some people were still mad about it. I'd say this one shouldn't really be as controversial as the last one, because this one is kind of more so poking fun at, you know, that other group that would take this seriously. They'd be like, oh, how dare you, like, do that to our logo, because he knows it would piss them off. But other people really didn't see it that way. And once again, this was 2015, like for the timeline, just to keep the timeline in check. So this was still, you know, pre-Flower Boy era Tyler, before kind of we knew kind of like more so about him. And there were some people online who expressed that they thought it was like making fun of gay people. I don't really know where they got that from. It seems more so like, you know, he's making fun of like the white power crowd as opposed to that. But anyway, I digress. There was a lot of Twitter outrage, but then when isn't Twitter outraged? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one. I don't think this one kind of is nearly as bad as the tee I just showed prior, but a lot of people obviously disagree. Now, moving on to the next one. For those of you who are aware of its existence, you probably expected it to be in a video list like this, and it is FTP's Columbine capsule collection of t-shirts. Now, for those of you who don't understand the reference or the context, this entire collection is essentially inspired on the mass school shooting that happened in, I think, 1999. Yeah, I mean, let's just start off with the first graphic they have, which is a Columbine physical education. So it's supposed to essentially mimic the school being Columbine. Like if they had a PE shirt, that's kind of what this is supposed to look like. Now, believe it or not, there's a lot of edgy people out there because this fucking tee sold for $475 on Grailed. I mean, this shit looks basic as fuck. I'm pretty sure if you really like this, so like to spend $500 on this, I mean, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's just fucking stupid. To be honest, I don't understand why anyone would want to wear this. Like, I get it. You know, some people have like a more darker sense of humor. Don't get it twisted. I have a pretty fucked up sense of humor, but I really just think this is in bad taste. I really think if there's anything here that's trying really hard to be like, oh, look how hardcore, look how shocking we are, I would have to say this collection is definitely it. I know they do a lot of other kind of controversial things. I know FTP is pretty known for that. But with this, it's just like right here, we got the next tee. And I'm probably going to have to blur this out. But it is a t-shirt of the two shooters on the grass. Like, this is a famous picture of when they killed themselves after the shooting. And I mean, yeah, that's on a t-shirt. But yeah, I mean, oh god, I don't know, whatever. Moving on, we have two more tees from the collection. One of them being a white tee that says Natural Selection, and the other one being a tee that says Wrath on it. Now, I do think, I can't remember if it's the white or the black tee because I don't have a picture of it right here. One of them says, like, do you believe in God or something like that? And if my memory serves me to be correct, they got that quote from one of the school shooters who said that before shooting someone. Like, a student overheard him say that to another student who I think was hiding under like a lunch table or something. So yeah, like this whole collection, like I get it. Like the Fader called it the most despicable collection, like the most despicable streetwear collection. And don't get it twisted, I understand that FTP's whole shtick is look how shocking we are, but I don't know, I think the shit's fucking mad corny. Is it disrespectful? Absolutely, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know, I'm trying to think like, who is the audience that wears like shit like this? I'm assuming like, you know, like 12 to 15 year olds who are like obsessed with like No Jumper, even though I like No Jumper, but you get what I'm saying, man. Like this shit's just so fucking trash. But yeah, let's move on from that one to Yeezus, the Yeezus tour merch by Kanye West. This stuff kind of always resurfaces, like someone always brings this up again to kind of like throw controversy in Ye's direction. The first one being this Grim Reaper kind of draped in the Confederate flag. And if many of you kind of remember that whole Yeezus era, I remember when he was getting like slight controversy for it back in the day, he was saying like, I reappropriated the flag, it's my flag. So he, like the same way like he was saying that like the N-word was reappropriated, he was saying like, yo, this is my flag, it doesn't mean Confederate flag anymore. And a lot of people didn't really buy into it. I know these tees sold like crazy, but like, you know, the mass media and like the general public were still like, no, we're not wearing that. And he had the flag on the right shoulder of Alpha Industries bomber, which also sold for a lot of money. And another Yeezus shirt right here, it's got a skull in front of the flag. And the other tee that we'll just include in this part of the video, it is like three, like they kind of look like KKK, except instead of wearing like a white pointed hood, they're all draped in black. And a lot of this stuff still resells for, you know, people still buy this. I don't really think, like I understood what he was trying to do, And I don't really think this is anywhere near as bad as some of the other stuff, because he did say he was trying to reappropriate it. And that's not me saying like, oh, I'm defending Ye mindlessly, because I'm hypercritical of Kanye, whether you watch my live streams or not. And like, I will always give my honest opinion and not just like fucking, you know, dick ride the fuck out of Ye or some shit. Like, if he does something stupid, I'm gonna say that I think it's stupid. I'm not like blinded by the celebrity aspect of it all. But yeah, overall, I really don't think this is anywhere near as bad as some of the other stuff. So I probably should have put this in the beginning. But moving on to the next one, we have the a tee from Blackscale here, and it is the 9/11 t-shirt. And as you can see right here, there's a black tee and a white tee, and it has the Twin Towers with a shadow of an airplane in front of it. Now, this, oh my god, dude, I could see someone wearing this, and depending on where they are in this country, getting the absolute shit beaten out of them. I really just don't. This is also something that I would say is, you know, in poor taste. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, you're supposed to like restrict your art or whatever by any means. That's not what I'm saying. But I can see this one rubbing a lot of people the absolute wrong way, and I could see someone going up to you if you wear something like this, especially in New York. I could see people getting really mad about this. You can, I think, I haven't seen too many of these floating around. It's been quite a while since it's come out. I think maybe I saw one on eBay, if you feel so inclined to purchase this. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Now, this is actually more so from a skateboard brand, from Skate Mental, and I know they still reproduce this, at least to my knowledge, because I've seen it, but I think this was like, what, like over 15 years ago when the OG one popped up. There was a skate deck as well as a t-shirt, and I'm sure there was other stuff too, but those are the only two I remember. And it was Michael Jackson. It was like, there was this picture of Michael Jackson and E.T., right? Like kind of posing next to each other. So what this brand did is they put that picture, kind of made like a cartoon, like drawing version of it, put it on the shirt and the deck, and then on top, put Alien versus Predator, referencing the movie, but obviously in the context of the shirt, the alien being E.T. and the Predator being Michael Jackson. Now, I get it, we don't really know to my knowledge, I think he was pronounced innocent in those allegations that were against him. A lot of people still think that he did do things. Other people, I know it's a very split camp, but I remember someone, like when I was like way young, having this shirt or the deck. And at the time, you know, I thought that shit was funny when I was like younger. But like, here's the thing: if he really didn't do it, that's mean. But it is more so. This is more so light humor. It's a bit more light. Like, you know, it's not as, you know, pushing the boundaries as some other stuff. Some other stuff isn't really trying to inject humor. It's just trying to piss you off. And I'm not, you know, pissed off by any of this. I don't know if like my facial expression makes it lead me to look like, oh, I'm so disgusted. I'm so above this, because I'm not. I'm really not. I just think, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, this one is definitely more lighthearted than the other ones on this list. And I think the OG skate deck, like not a reproduced version, still goes for quite a lot of money. Yo, so if you're wondering why my shirt just changed, I actually just left my house to go pick up some shit for my P.O. box. So let's finish this video. Now, I have no idea how to pronounce this brand, and I shall not even attempt to. So here is the name right here for all of you to see. And the tee we have in question right here, it is Mickey Mouse. Once again, unfortunately, I will probably have to censor this, but I will leave a link to the picture, maybe, in the description below. But it is a Mickey Mouse with a Minnie in the doggy style position, and Mickey is, you know, making love to Minnie Mouse. And if you look closely on his shirt, there is a swastika, and Minnie has a black eye. So you got, okay, I take whatever I said about everything else in this video. This is the most try hard, let me piss people off shirt on the list. For me, it's just like kind of weird. I wonder if Disney ever saw this and like sent a cease and desist. I'm not even too familiar with this brand. I kind of just threw it out there, you know, what's some edgy stuff you guys have seen, and I had this sent over to me. Like, I had no idea this brand even existed, and let me see right here. I think it was 240 British pounds or euros. Sorry, the logo is really small in the picture I'm looking at, but that's the original retail price. So it's even crazier to me because I've seen this tee on Grailed, and I think it's sold for upwards of $500 US. So man, I feel like they could have made it funny, and I think when you add like the black eye, and then you add the you know, the swastika on Mickey's shirt. Oh yeah, ooh man. But moving on, we have a tee from Supreme that many refer to as the Bush tee. So it says regime change on the shirt, and as you can see, there is a crowd yanking down a statue, and the original photo was of a like a crowd of people, I believe, toppling over a Saddam Hussein statue, but they added Supreme added George Bush's face. So this is more so like, you know, just a political tee, like searching for political controversy. So there's way less people, I think, that would be like emotionally upset about this. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I mean, Supreme always, you know, does like political statements. So this one, I'm surprised some of you told me to include on this list, because I don't really think it's that ridiculous. And next, we have another one from Supreme. Now, there is a shirt of this design, and I will show it right here because I know this is about graphic tee specifically, but I feel like the skate deck actually showcases the picture much nicer because it is in, you know, bright colors as opposed to just being on white on the screen printed tee. But here, this is the Supreme Sean Cliver, or Cleaver. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that last name. I'll go with Cliver. And right here on the left, you have a, this is pretty much, you know, a bunch of kids dressed up for Halloween. And on the left, you have what appears to be a kid dressed as Hitler. And right next to him, another kid dressed up as Osama, I believe. On the next picture, you have a KKK member, and then in the middle you have someone in blackface. Then you have a clown. Now the clown, I feel like some people might have missed it, maybe a lot of you probably didn't, but that, I believe, is supposed to be the like what John Wayne Gacy, who is a serial killer, I believe that is the clown outfit he used to lure in children. So quite the interesting one there. And then next you have a kid dressed up as Jesus holding the cross, and on the bottom right, I think that's just like a kid wearing like a what are those outfits called? I don't know what the heck. It's like some kind of like, oh man, I don't even know how to describe it, but like you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like very controversial skate deck and graphic tee here. I think, you know, see, this to me has way more artistic value than, you know, just using, you know, a picture of two kids who shot up a school. This to me is actually pretty unique. I think this is more so like a commentary type thing, and I don't know. I don't have any problem with this at all, to be honest. Like it looks like art. It looks like someone took time to you know, kind of paint out this concept. But I'm sure there were, aside from the ones I saw on Twitter, I'm sure there was a lot more people who were a little peeved by this. And lastly, at least I think so, I don't really want to keep this video going too long, we have this Supreme hoodie by Toshio Maeda, I think, or Toshio Maeda, I don't know. Someone correct me because I fucked that one up immensely, I am sure. And you have a guy, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to censor this one too. Alright, so you have a dude, I think he's in the woods, reaching into a young woman's undergarments. You see, I'm trying to be family friendly, even though I'm pretty sure I said fuck like 80 times in this video. And he's fingering her. So yeah, all you hentai boys out there, this is definitely the graphic hoodie for you. Now I will include this honorable kind of last minute mention, and it is a merch tee from the band Black Flag. And as you see right here, it says Family Man in white lettering under the Black Flag name, and it has a date on it, November 23rd. Let me see, my computer's fucked. 1963, and it has a man with a gun to his head, I believe maybe the wife on the top left corner, a teddy bear on the right, a bloodied little girl towards the rear, and at the bottom left corner, what could be, I guess, his son, killed, or like with a bullet through the head, and blood on the floor. This video is definitely not family friendly. Who am I kidding? YouTube, please don't censor this. I'll try to do my own censorship so you don't bug out too much. But yeah, I mean, I actually don't know the backstory behind this. I will Google it right now so I can let you guys know what this means, or if I forget to, somebody just comment it in the comments section below. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Were there any controversial streetwear graphics or fashion graphics that I left out that you think should have been on this video? If so, just send them in my Instagram DMs and I shall do another video. Maybe a part 2 to this relatively soon, next week, next 2 weeks, who knows, if we can actually, you know, get a bunch of them, because maybe there's a lot that I'm not aware of, and, you know, second video, more content, more consistency. But yeah, make sure to also let me know what you think of everything that was showcased on here, whether or not you own any of this, whether or not you think it was cool, too edgy, gone too far. For me, like, there's a lot of stuff on here. It doesn't necessarily make me feel like, oh, the most disgusting thing in the world, because at the end of the day, it's a shirt. It's not, you know, someone actually going out and committing these actions, even though some of this stuff is based on people committing acts of atrocity and other things of that nature, but it is a shirt. I can't really be too mad at like a piece of cotton with some paint on it. It kind of depends, I guess, on, you know, everyone has their own buttons. Everyone gets pushed over the edge by a variety of different things. But yeah, some of this stuff is really in bad taste to me. Kind of dumb, kind of stupid, a little too, you know, too edgelord. I want to push the boundaries. And then some stuff like the Michael Jackson one, I guess, I can understand how like that could be, you know, taken the wrong way, but I think that one tried to interject humor. And then with the Sean Cliver Supreme deck, I think that one, you know, took more of the artistic route while including, you know, some stuff for shock value. But I don't know, I thought that one was kind of cool too. But everything else, for the most part, not a big fan of. And you know what? Even though this video is over, let's throw in the most legendary picture that nobody knew was Tekashi 6ix9ine way back when this made the rounds on a Reddit Streetwear like 5-6 years ago, I think. This was all like the whole Hood by Air Pyrex era, but I have no idea who made this stuff. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out, YouTube.